Hello baby boys! The Sims 2 is an awesome game, we all know that, but some of its features can definitely strike a nerve. In today's video I'm giving you the top 10 most annoying features of The Sims 2. And if you love Sims 2, please subscribe. Number 1 would be the toddlers, but also the babies actually. Well, this life stage is annoying both in the game and in the real life, so this game is so realistic because oh my god, I almost rage quit my game every time a toddler begins to scream. This is what I think hell sounds like. They are so demanding, and yes, it makes sense, but it doesn't mean I like it. But the most annoying thing about them is actually not them, but the older Sims. They get so stupid around the little ones. I'm talking about putting babies on the cold floor, give them a bunch of baby bottles when they don't need any, and pretty much totally failing on keeping them alive and happy, even though they'll spend their whole days trying to do that. So it ends up being the player's full responsibility to take care of them, or the social worker will definitely pay a visit. Like, can we leave the baby alone for a second please? They need to sleep. And the toddlers could have better usage of their time by working on their skills or something, but instead an adult team is always obsessing. And I'm getting a lot of comments about how I sound like total shit. Well, guess what? I know it, and there's nothing I can do to change it, so please get the F out. Unless you're willing to pay for some kind of treatment, leave me the F alone. That's how my voice sounds. I have no control over it. Oh my god. Annoying thing number 2 would be when a neighbor kicks my trash can. Now, like, of course I think this is cool because I'm a messy bitch and I love to start drama. Like, where I live, people do not have trash cans like that, but if they had, I'd probably be kicking them as well. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god. I keep my Sims busy, so on top of giving them another thing to do, when a trash can is kicked, roaches will be spawned, and I hate roaches, both in The Sims 2 and in real life. You guys have no idea. I'm like the number 1 enemy of roaches. Everything about them in The Sims 2, but again I feel the need of repeating myself also in real life, is disgusting, annoying, and just But in the game, Sims will try to stomp on roaches even though it does not work and they need to spray them, but they will never do that autonomously, which I don't know why. So instead, the roaches will multiply, be all over the place, and give your Sims diseases. Oh, and of course, also memories. But then of course, you can always pick up the trash can. Except whoever's angry with your Sim will always come back and kick the trash can again. And then the cycle restarts. It's a never-ending mess. But I will say this, it's not as annoying as in The Sims 1 with that stuffed animal NPC or something. If it's like in the middle of the night, everybody in the household will wake up, and that's much worse. But still, this sucks. Oh, and also I wanna hear from you. What is something you find super annoying in The Sims 2? Let me know in the comments. Annoying thing number 3 would be mismatching wood. Yeah, this is not a gameplay feature that it's annoying, but if you're ever building a lot or decorating one, which sounds more like me, you will discover just how extremely annoying it is that the wood in this game does not match at all. You know, we have chairs, we have tables, we have bookcases and floors and walls, all in beautiful types of woods, but pretty much none has a match. Meaning at the end of the day, everything looks like shit together. And that's why the color wheel in The Sims 3 is so awesome. You know, we Sims 2 players will try our best when it comes down to building and decorating, but let me tell you, the wood factory of SimCity sucks. There are so many wood furniture. They should have at least one type of wood that would repeat for every single object in the game. Do you know what I mean? It's not that complicated when you think about it. Another thing number 4 would be the evil witches warring the wicked. Everybody will agree with me that the worst experience you can have when owning a business in The Sims 2 is when an evil witch arrives at your lot. They will cast this evil spell that will start a thunderstorm and summon, guess what? Roaches. dishes, yes! Which is of course everything the customers wanna see. The whole customer bitching mechanic was already annoying as F. Apartment life had no business in making this worse. Customers will even complain about water puddles. I mean, I'm not God, I don't have control over the weather, so why would you complain about that? Yeah, evil witches are so messy. Number 5 would be the university mascot. Okay, so these NPCs are actually they are so messy. Like the whole university life expansion pack could be listed as an annoying feature. I don't like this expansion pack at all. I think it's so boring. But of course, they had to make it worse, so they added the university mascots. These NPCs will invade the college dorms and annoy the hell out of every single sim in it. They will pull pranks all the time, hit uncommitted sims, and start fights out of nowhere. Their only purpose is to cause drama. And on that hand, I'm not mad about it, but on the other hand, they could be a little less loud, a little less present, and a little less breathing. Number 6. Apartment Neighbors Nag. Yes, apartment life is my number 1 expansion pack of The Sims 2. I love the apartments system no matter how buggy they are. Yes, I always need to throw a little criticism in it, but still. But one thing actually sucks. You cannot keep dirty dishes on apartments at all. It could be during the week, in the middle of the night, your sim is tired, is sleeping already, and then a neighbor rings the doorbell only to let you know they can smell your dirty dishes, even if the apartments are not near each other at all. But what's actually extremely annoying about that is how they will not give your sims actual time to clean the dishes. They will stop by all the time and come back again and again and again, even if your sim is already cleaning it. And like at the end of the day, I pay my rent, I pay my bills, so if I want to leave the dishes for the next morning, I should be able to. These neighbors need to get a life, actually. Annoying thing number 7 would be lighting fires. Yes, it feels like every time that it rains, a fire needs to be started in The Sims 2, and I don't know why. But a lightning will always hit a tree and start a big fire. The Sims will drop everything to panic over it, just for the rain to put out the fire on its own, having at the end of the day no purpose at all. Sims will get a fire memory that means nothing. And I care about memories, so I hate that as well. Yeah, this type of fire would be cool if they were like rare events, and maybe a sim or two could die in the process just to make things a little more dramatic and meaningful. But the way it happens all the time, oh my god, it gets on my nerves so bad. Number 8 would be the "Are we still friends" notifications. Yeah, spoiler alert, we are not. I used you, okay? I needed you to get that job promotion, and now I want nothing to do with you. Yes, in this game, we need friends to progress in our careers, which is even realistic to some extent. But after you get there, there's close to no reason at all to keep a townie as a friend, so you just drop them, as you should. And I know that I sound like a psychopath now, but let me remind you, these are not real people, they are just sims, okay? Anyway, the annoying thing being they will not let your sims go. We get so many notifications of how we never hang out anymore, or how they thought you were abducted or something. Well, guess what, bitch? I'm living my life. Maybe you should do the same. This is so annoying. Not only that, I feel like friendships fade way too fast in this game. We don't need to talk every day, but maybe we can still be friends. Do you know what I mean? It feels like it's not my fault you're like in love with me or something situation. Annoying thing number 9, showing neighbors. And what do I mean by that? Well, you know, sometimes all that we wanna do is work on our skills to become a better person in The Sims. That's why your sim is looking through the telescope during the day, because looking at the sky makes you more intelligent. But instead of studying the cloud's shapes, your sim ends up by accident, I wanna believe, spying on a neighbor, and this neighbor will notice, come by and shove your sim. Not the best way of handling this situation, but I get it. Imagine you're like feeling yourself relaxed at home, and out of nothing you notice your neighbor with a freaking telescope looking at you. I would probably get up and shove this MF as well, but even though I get it, I still think this is annoying as hell. And now you have two sims that will be angry at each other, which cycles back to kicking trash cans, and you guys already know how much I hate that as well, so it's a whole mess. Finally, number 10, the invading NPCs, and by invading I mean they're invading our Sims properties all the time. I'm talking about Hot Humble, the Garden Club members, the Gypsy, even your neighbors when the game starts, but they're probably cool cause you know they're not NPCs. And again, back to working in our skills to become better people in The Sims, but also automatically working on a hobby even if we have no intention of doing so. And at some point, a Sim will gain just about enough hobby enthusiasm to have their houses broke in by a psycho inviting you to a place you've never heard of that is full with things that you will like. So I have no words. It's given, hey little kid, I've heard you like The Sims. I have a basement with all of the expansion packs. Wanna come and play with me? No, thank you. And I'm calling the cops, by the way. To me, they're by far the most annoying thing in this game. OMG, baby boy, so many annoying features present in this awesome game. If you love Sims 2 creative content, please subscribe, like this video, hype if possible, leave a comment. All of that helps me a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.